All right, folks, and welcome back to another edition of Young Justice Review, Season 3. This time we're doing episodes 23, Terminus, and episode 24, Into the Breach. And we have a special episode today because we've got Julio. Julio, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Welcome back, man.
No, call it comeback. I've been here for years.
You specifically requested this episode.
Yes. This episode has a very special place in my heart.
Yeah. What a beautiful episode. First, what I want to do is just get into. Let's start with the ratings. What you would give it on a scale of 1 to 10, and then we'll just dive right into talking about the episode.
I'll say I'll give it a 10. One for the nostalgia of bring it back. They're very beloved character,
right?
And also including the A storyline, like the conflict of the apocalypse, creating goodness.
Oh yeah.
Into that next episode, which makes it pretty much a two-parter.
It does make it a two-parter. You're right.
Yeah. So it has leaves you on the edge of your seat and leaves you wanting more. So it's everything you want in an episode of Young Justice. It also includes like the Justice League as well. So you can see the older heroes and young heroes all in one big episode, which is like every fanboy's dream, or fangirl, or fan person, whatever.
A fan human.
Yes, every fan human.
Yeah. I agree. This was these two episodes I'm gonna give straight 10s to. These were probably two of the best episodes in the season, in my opinion. The action, the nostalgia too. We get it kind of quick. I thought it was pretty cool, but 10 overall, solid stuff.
It almost feels like a season finale. It makes you forget. Wait, there's more.
Yeah, that's true. Because other little things happen in this episode too. Because after these two, it's 25 and 26, and then the season is wrapped.
Yeah, but these two episodes make it feel like that's it. That's the end of the season.
Right. You know what though? I'll tell you this, Julio. Sometimes they fake you out a little bit. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll save the big fight for the penultimate episodes, the two episodes before the last two, and then the next two episodes are kind of just like to wrap up any sort of small things. So I'm not surprised that they did this.
You're right about that. Yeah. I guess I'm just so used to like having like a big fight in the last episode or last two episodes.
Right. All right. So to give the people the skinny on the episode, basically what happens is the Justice League are at this thing called the orphanage. Granny Goodness has Violet still. They're doing their thing. She kind of like takes them into that like apocalypse sort of like negative kind of looking world thing, and they're under her spell. Young Justice has, even though they're not technically called Young Justice, but they are.
Yeah,
they have a lead on Violet, and they let Garfield know, listen, we got a lead. We're going to see what's going on. So this way, outsiders are kind of like at a standby, and it turns out really good because they actually came to help in some way. They get caught. We get the little nostalgia scene of everybody back on the plane together. A little bit of character building with Brion and how he kind of comes full circle. And they basically get trapped, bro. That the episode ends on kind of a bad note.
Yeah, but you're forgetting one very important scene.
Yes, please do.
Okay, well, obviously when the team gets the orphanage, save the league and everybody else, Robin, aka Nightwing, whatever.
I still call him Robin, man.
I gotta stop that, but he's still recovering from his ordeal from in the crazy dimensions. He's not a metahuman, so and as they usually have, they have a second link to each other,
right?
So they stay in communication, and while they're in battle, Nightwing succumbs to a fever dream where he sees our beloved speedster back at it again.
Oh,
Wally West.
He's part of the family, man. Listen.
Yeah. And like you see, and Nightwing's mind, he reverts back into Robin.
Right.
you see all the team back in like in their old little suits from the very first season, so it gives you that nostalgia feel like, oh my gosh, yes, this is what I wanted. And it's just like it was so good to see Wally West again doing his thing, flirting with the girls and making his little side comments, and also it was fun to see Nightwing hack something once again.
Once again.
Yes, once again. He had the javelin and wiped out all the parademons, which is something that was awesome. And seeing Wally West joining in on the fun. And not only like did he see him, but the rest of the team saw him as well.
Right.
So they experienced that nostalgia and like also happiness to see their old friend again.
Yeah.
Who I think is still alive. All right.
Me too.
All right, he's still alive. Hashtag Wally West is alive. And also Wally West fans, please check out Super Sons, Batman, Superman, Super Sons, the anime movie.
Right.
You're going to see a very awesome cameo from Wally West in that movie.
Ooh.
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yes. And also for Young Justice fans, you will see some cameos from the very same characters in Young Justice.
Oh, fun.
So please check that out. I know some of you out there might not like computer animation, but I recommend it. It was a pleasant surprise for me because I'm a DC fan, so I always want to see what's new. And I was pleasantly surprised with not only the story, but also the character building, and also those fun surprises they had throughout the movie, which is awesome. It's fun to see Batman challenge his dad and Superman and kind of tackling fatherhood. So they kind of humanized Batman and Superman at a level that they kind of made them relate to each other. So
right,
a really fun dynamic. Like, all right, if you make more of this, I'll watch it.
Right, yeah.
Also, let's see Wally West. Come on, we love Wally West.
We love Wally West. We do.
Hashtag Wally West is still alive.
Wally West is still alive. Even if I'm in denial, man, I'm telling you,
he's alive.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. He's not dead. They'll bring him back eventually.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
G Wise.
Bring him back, and he'll become the Flash.
Yeah. Do what's inevitable.
Yes.
Okay.
Aqualad is Aquaman.
Aqualad, yeah. Even though we still call him Aqualad.
Yeah, why not Wally come back and he becomes the Flash?
Why not?
He's faster than Barry. Well,
why not? Yeah. But Julio, a solid episode overall. I love a good, when you get to the location and now you have to work together as a team. This show is built on that. And tried and true, the teams come into play. I also love the fact that with that fever dream part, before that, the B team, Forager, Tara, and Brion also go, and their characters kind of flourish as well because you get to see them from the physical aspect, from an emotional aspect, and they get a little bit of time, which I thought was pretty cool. My only gripe is that Violet is way too OP at this point.
Yeah, but again, it's not about Violet. Mm-hmm. But she's just a MacGuffin throughout the whole story now because everybody realizes she's the anti-life equation now, so we got to protect her from Darkseid. And also, it was a very fun twist to see Venom Savage go.
That's true, dude. He showed up to the apartment complex.
Yeah, it shows that he may be a bad guy, but at the same time, he's a good guy too. He just goes about it, in a different way.
I think he's always gonna pick what's best for himself.
Yeah, and also when the time comes and the Earth is in danger, I see him working alongside Justice League and the team.
Yeah, if push comes to shove, yeah. He reminds me of Magneto for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get Magneto vibes and some Aquaman vibes. When he was
right.
And he said, "Listen, I want to be here because save Atlantis. I'll get everywhere else."
Right.
But Venom Savage has the same kind of attitude. He said, "Listen, I'm only here to save the Earth. All right, I have my own plans. Take over. All right, I need these guys out of the way."
I agree. A solid episode, really cool. You also, I don't know if people pick this up, but McGann and Connor always talk to each other via psychic link.
Yeah.
And we do get a little bit of Connor kind of scolding Miss Martian and still kind of bringing up the past in some way.
Yeah.
Given that his character has evolved so much, I'm surprised at this point, and even on the mission, that he's still kind of harping on that. But it plays for good development because what winds up happening at the end is Miss Martian. Hey, listen, if they didn't have Miss Martian, they would be screwed.
There would be. Yeah. And also, you got to look at it through Connor's perspective. He's much younger, chronologically speaking.
Right.
So he's at what, 6 years old?
Yeah, at this point, probably 5 or 6.
Yeah. So he hasn't been around that much. The team has years on it. And McGann, she is much older. She's like, I don't know, maybe 100 something.
A mature lady.
Yeah, but he's robbing those.
Oh boy, that cradle has been like robbed and like attachments have been added to it. It's like the GameCube, just multiple attachments. That's what she's done.
Yeah, that's it. So he's still not maybe mostly mature in some areas, so I can get it. And the way they're going about doing things, but at the same time, he has grown. And I like the way he's also like sort of getting on Nightwing's case, saying, "Hey, you are a leader, right?"
Yeah, that's true.
So don't like it or not. So just figure out what kind of leader you want to be.
Yeah,
Nightwing,
strong words.
Yeah, because remember Nightwing, it says, "I don't want to be Batman," but dude, you're acting like Batman. You're doing things Batman was doing. So I guess you're growing into that role because, for fun fact, for all the DC fans, you may or may not know this. Nightwing, Dick Grayson does become Batman.
Yes.
So he is one of Bruce Wayne's successors to take up the mantle in case something happens.
Oh, sure, he has to.
Yes, and even though they did show little baby Damian Wayne. He's out there now.
Oh yeah, our Zoom timed out, so there's gonna be a slight skip, folks. But we'll drop in as best as we could. You said they showed Damian Wayne in this episode?
No, in the season.
Oh right.
This is the first show where we have all 4 Robins.
That's true.
So they're trailblazing this thing.
Right.
We have all 4 Robins in one show.
That's true. They showed us Todd.
They showed
us Grayson, of course.
And they debuted Tim Drake in season 2.
Tim Drake, who's not... I haven't seen Tim Drake a lot in this season.
No, because he joined Batman Incorporated.
Right.
When he beginning of this season. So he kind of broke out and did his own...
right, yeah, you would have to assume. Yeah. And then Damian Wayne.
Yeah. So the Batman has expanded to a point where now they have everybody. So I'm waiting for it to see if they're eventually going to do a Battle of the Cow,
right?
Or an anime movie based on this universe. Or I'm not opposed to another time jump because I do want to see Damian.
Ooh.
And also they have Jonathan Kent in this series as well, so he can do Super Sons and Young Justice.
That's true. And he can also bring back Wally West.
Yes.
I'm just saying. These are words that I'm proclaiming to the world.
Wally.
Wally's alive. Wally is alive. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, that was episode 23. Tira. Honestly, I'm just gonna call it tiramisu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it as that. That was episode 23. Tiramisu. Stay tuned. Coming up, episode 24. Stay whelmed, folks. All right, folks. Welcome back. You just caught episode 23. And now, back again, Julio and Ersan, episode 24, Into the Breach. Julio, we're back at it again, man.
Oh, yeah. And I have one word for this episode.
What's up?
I have one word for this episode.
Okay.
Booyah.
Ooh. Okay. Give us a little... give us the skinny on the episode, Julio, if you can.
Oh, well, in this episode, obviously, the league and the team are still under control, but this time you see the outsiders on their very first real-life mission, find their own lead into Granny Good's affairs, which leads them to a warehouse.
Right.
And their investigation, they reveal that Cyborg is pretty much the internet.
Ooh.
And he can pretty much intercept text messages, like drop in on anybody, and he realizes this warehouse where he found has no internet connection whatsoever. So sets off some alarms. So the team goes to investigate, and they find a giant apocalyptic engine, which is pretty much powering everything that Granny Goodness has been doing.
That's true. Under like hoodwink. What was that thing it was under? It was like cloaked.
Yeah, it was like some sort of Klingon cloaking tech or something.
Right. Yeah. Well put, my friend.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was ramen. I'm sorry, ramen and cloaking tech. So they find the engine, and then Granny Goodness suck them into that weird ghost dimension.
Yeah.
Pain. And Hyman goes in and try to teleport people, but he can't, so he's stuck.
That's true.
But this leads to a really cool showdown between Beast Boy and Granny Goodness. So, Beast Boy can take a licking, but he can't take it throughout this whole fight. It's pretty cool. And eventually, Cyborg does pretty much in his own way go Super Saiyan.
He does?
In the internet, and he realized that he could hack into pretty much this system and wipe out the virus that's messing with everybody.
Right.
Organizing this whole thing, empowering Granny Goodness' machine. Eventually, he gets the team out of there, and the team subdues Granny Goodness, and then she obviously she gets away, but Cyborg, I'm sorry, Victor at this point.
Yeah.
He follows Granny Goodness into the orphanage, where they reveal that machine that she was using actually made her be in two places at the same time.
That's true.
You would see Granny in her human persona and Granny in apocalyptic persona merged together into one ugly old lady back again. So, like seeing two twins like merge.
Right.
It was kind of weird.
It reminded me of the fusion from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's when the fusion goes wrong.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, I missed the finger, I missed the step. Did a bit of money. That's my bad. And I gotta wait 30 minutes. But yeah, that was that was freaky, but also cool. And the fact is, they got to save the team by saving Violet. So like Cyborg was definitely MVP. Even though it's kind of funny when he was a football player, he was also MVP, but now as a superhero,
Right?
Yeah, play the MVP because dude, not only saved the team, saved the league, including Superman, Wonder Woman, the Lanterns,
Right.
That's Garner,
true.
And Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
You save these A-list heroes from being mind controlled. Like this kid for his first time out,
Right.
outclassed everybody.
Yeah.
And also this episode, like sort of an origin story of how he gets his name, Cyborg, which he finds besides.
Yeah.
So not only was this is part of a two-parter of a bigger story, it also is part of this whole season. Is sort of, you can actually say it's an origin of how Victor Stone becomes Cyborg,
Right.
physically and mentally.
Mm-hmm.
So like he actually assess like who he is.
Right.
Episode ending, the team is so grateful for what he's done. They offer him position in the Outsiders.
That's true.
But I didn't ask it, and it didn't take long to say yes, but eventually he said yes, and he realized that he did a lot of good in the public eye as a superhero than he ever did as a football player.
It's pretty cool to see the dude. Well, I have two things to say. One is kind of cheeky, and one is kind of just a matter of fact. You can decipher which one is which, but it's cool to see the dude who basically got himself blown up, sleeping on a bus on the bioship that turns into like a tour bus of some kind. Is that what bioship turns into?
Yeah, like a tour bus.
Yeah, like a luxury bus. He in this episode, one episode of Young Justice, has more to do than the entire Justice League Josh Whedon version.
Yeah,
which is funny to think about.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. But this was a solid episode, I'll tell you. Well written. Of the two, the first one was very wow, action packed. This one really kind of culminates Victor. It pays off the issues that Garfield and Granny Goodness had, if you think about it.
like the way it all came about, it feels like a season finale. I'm watching this like, oh my god, okay, this is the end of the season. That's it. There's lots to do.
I was getting very similar vibes to that too,
Like,
because you're paying those things off.
yeah, like, there's all that out to this. Like, what else is there to do? Because you see greater goodness when I'm growling at Dark Side. I'm sorry for being old and failing.
Julio, can you name all the animals, all the things that Garfield turns into when he fights Granny Goodness? Do you remember?
Okay, there was a gorilla, obviously.
Gorilla.
There was a rhino. There was a bear. And there was an alien one, which I don't know the species.
Right. You're missing one more. It was the snake. Remember when he tries to wrap her and...
Yeah, that must be a subconscious because I hate snakes.
Okay.
I'm like Indiana Jones. I hate snakes.
But yeah, he turns into a bunch of those creatures in a very for a 20-minute show with basically 10 minutes of commercials or something like that.
Yeah. Well, not even commercials, but at this point in stage, the show is streaming. So there's not even commercials. So there's straight.
Yeah. But I'm thinking when it originally was out.
Yeah.
And how it would normally be structured. I guess that's still like the kid in me. You expect commercials.
Yeah, but you can tell in this season how the show has grown up. Because now they don't literally do not shout it from blood.
Right.
The stakes are much higher. The themes are much more adult. You see, Black Lightning, hooking up with some lady.
Got himself a little. Watch yourself now, Black Lightning.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but he has nothing on Dick Grayson. Pretty much hooked up with every girl.
That's true. Pulling Starfire, I think, was like a clutch move, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't include Starfire in this universe yet.
That's true.
She's the only one left. So it's like Barbara and Dick Endgame because people are shipping Barbara and Dick.
Right. I call her Barbara too.
Yeah. So she's Oracle, but I don't know. They can bring her back, as Batgirl.
Sure.
I don't know if you guys know. Fun fact: the new game that's out on PS5 and Xbox.
Gotham Knights.
They show.
Did you get it?
No, because I'm planning on getting the PS5 first.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, I actually, fun fact, I just got my 4K TV for $200.
Ooh, congrats!
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm installing it tomorrow. I think a friend of mine come over and help me install it.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. I think I'm flat for Black Friday. Free delivery by Best Buy. Best Buy. Shout out Best Buy.
Shout out to Best Buy, even though they don't sponsor.
Yeah, but I still love you guys. And so in the game of Gotham Knights, Barbara Gordon, she's actually already became Oracle, and she recovered from her gunshot wound and became Batgirl once again.
Oh, so that's Barbara's Batgirl.
Yeah, so
post Oracle.
So like she already became Oracle, and then because if you look at the trailers, you'll see a wheelchair in their base operations.
Mm-hmm.
And so she recovered from her gunshot wound from the Joker or whatever.
Right.
She became Batgirl once again. So
I'm
not opposed to them doing that again. And because they did it also, they did it in the comic books as well. I looked it up where she was Oracle, and then come on, they have alien technology.
That's true.
Spine.
I mean, Violet is basically Mother Box.
Yeah, so they can heal anything.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Heal Barbara, bring her back as Batgirl. And you have the whole Bat family back at it again. In the
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for a really good episode. Or, guys, I'm not opposed to an animated movie based on Injustice. So, yeah. Definitely.
Sure, they should do one. They could probably get away with 2.
Yeah.
If they do 2 movies, though, then it's 1 more season. And then they should probably be finished with it. Unless they just make them.
Unless they just make them, yeah.
Unless they just make them. They'll make DC movies or something like that.
Yeah.
DC animated movies, of course.
Yeah, animated just live action is a different story.
Yeah, that's a very different story.
It's like having a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, it's... yes, yeah. it requires a lot more from people, whereas the animated movies, it's a different kind of expectation.
So like animation, I have no complaints with these.
Sure.
So guys, go for it. You want to make, if you can make an animated movie based on the Young Justice, universe.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see some filler movies like when let's say they could do a movie on Aqualad's almost girlfriend we had a crush on and she died.
Oh, Tula, right?
But yeah, or they could make a movie about how Jason Todd died.
Right,
And
yeah.
he came back. Like, guys, there's a lot of people out there you can fill in. So yeah, or you can make a love story or a slut story about how every girl Dick Grayson hooked up with.
Yeah. You could do something like that.
Yeah. So it's a lot of material out there. So they have a lot to work with. But definitely, I'm not opposed to another time jump. So I can see being in with.
Okay. I can tell you my opinions on the time jump if you want to hear them.
Yeah, sure.
When I did my first watch through, I've done 3 total watch throughs. 2 on my own, and this time around for doing the reviews. So 2 were out of pure fun. 1 was out of a sense of seeing it from a different perspective.
Uh-huh.
So the first 2 times I watched the time jump, I didn't like it. I said this is a stupid idea. They should have just done 2 seasons and then maybe a little skip. So very, very turned off by that. Watching it again, I realize why it makes sense, or why they did it would be a better way to put it. So I'm appreciative of it more. I'm still very hesitant for time jumps. Probably because I still have those feelings of please, don't. I want to have more Young Justice, and I don't not want to have more Young Justice. I guess that's where my feelings are coming from, Julio.
But also, you have to keep in mind as well. Like, look, they're making more babies.
Right.
Look all the kids they have now. They're babies. They got Jonathan Kent. They got David Payne. They got the Tornado Twins, Barry's kids.
Right.
They got Aqualad, Aquaman's kid. You can have more Young Justice just next generation. It just they can, do this for almost forever.
Yeah.
So like I'm all for it for another time jump.
I feel you.
If it's the storyline altogether. Also because eventually this show will end with a final battle with Darkseid.
Sure, it has to.
And Vandal Savage, like Timo the League. That's the end game. Like one last battle with Darkseid and also like with the team up with the bad guys and like settling things once and for all until like that's it. But they have a lot to work with them, and so I'm excited to see what they come up next down the line.
You know what's an interesting idea to think of and we're a little future sighting folks, but stay along for the ride. In 4 seasons of Young Justice, they were able to turn out this amount of characters without overloading, I feel, the audience with too many people, and pacing the stories so well that the writing for a cartoon show is seen not only viable for kids, but also when adults watch it, they're like, you know what? This shit is not bad at all.
Yeah, and it's better than most live action interpretations.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Because think about it, an episode like this, basically a 2-parter, even when they're wrapping things up, we get something like the first appearance of Infinity Inc., the thing that Lex Luthor, just when you think Lex Luthor he's kind of gone away a little bit, dude, that fucker shows back up again. And he's introducing something. And then you get, in this episode, the wrapping up of things. You get a very strong fight between Beast Boy and Granny Goodness. And the establishment, I think, the coming full circle of Victor Stone.
Yes, and you also get to see the lengths Thanos actually will go to get what he wants. Mm-hmm. So the hero or villain, he'll work with you if it suits his needs.
So when Vandal Savage went to go meet with Darkseid, something must have happened for him to show up at the crib and give them information.
Yeah, well, thing is, like, this is my theory.
Yeah, sure.
Darkseid and Venom Savage are a lot like they're both conquerors. So,
Mhm.
like, and there's a balance of power that's maintained in the universe. So, if Venom thinks that Darkseid is gaining too much power, especially with the invasion, so I can have that. Because once he gets that, he can come after me, my whole team, the whole planet, forget it. Can't have that. So,
Right.
I'll recruit the team of heroes, whatever.
Yeah,
so
with attitude.
oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and he'll he'll do what he can to maintain order on his side of the board. Because think about bad guys. Like once the one bad guy gets stronger than the other one, forget it. They'll turn on each other eventually. So Darkseid will turn on.
Yeah, it's the Sith way.
Yeah, they'll turn on each other. So so that's why I like how what Vandal Savage said to the team. Oh, when you get there, make sure you tell Granny Goodness who sent you.
Yeah.
I love how they did.
What a smug remark.
Yeah, and Superboy was one that told her, "Oh, and by the way, it was Vandal Savage that told us where you are, so you want to eat it out."
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that was cool, and it shows like okay, there are sides to this character, but also like there's also like limits to what he won't do. So it was a cool scene, a cool episode. I agree with you. I give it 10.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have to review.
Yeah,
Solid 10, brother.
solid 10.
Solid 10, man.
It's his finale, but it's not, which is like crazy. But it was a great episode. Definitely like these are wanting more. What they have in store for the future. Infinity and like how is Darkseid going to respond to what Vandal Savage did? Like okay, we have to do that. And so you want to know what happens next, and also it's cool to see Victor Stone become cyborg officially. He's now cyborg.
Yeah, it's a lot of the beginning of the season deals with angst. Brion, Violet, you get that sort of like beginning them trying to find themselves. So you're in there first 4 or 5 episodes, and Brion's upset basically about everything. He's like, "Where's my sister? Where's my sister, bro? Chill out, man. You gotta chill out."
Mm-hmm.
And Nightwing is basically goes from prepping them, and now he's full blown. I would say full blown leader at this point.
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
We don't get much. We don't get much of Superboy this season. But I think they figured out, okay, well, we have 4 episodes left. Let's kind of give them Superboy. And in my opinion, Julio, Young Justice is great, but you need the main characters. And
Yeah.
as of now, Aqualad, Artemis, I'm going to call them by the names that I know them as. Aqualad, Artemis, Miss Martian, Dick Grayson, and you need Wally West.
Bring back Wally West.
You got to bring back Wally West. But those main characters, that's what people will gravitate towards.
Yeah.
B and C characters, wonderful. The only gripe that I have is that Violet is too much. But like you said, and I think this is the first time I'm really seeing it like that, it is about her, but it's not about her. It's about other things. So I get it. But a great culmination, man.
Yeah.
Strong choices too, which I appreciate.
Yeah, and so it's really good. Because these characters literally grow up and become something so much more and take on roles as an adult as well. So it's really cool stuff. So excited to see what happens next in the future.
Yeah, not too bad. So both 10s across the board. 2-parter. It is what it is. It is a 2-parter in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is.
Yeah. So solid episodes, man. All right. Julio, thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
It was enjoyable. I noticed that as we were talking, I'm like, oh wow, it's good banter, and the show brings that out.
It does.
which is why I think a lot of people, more people than we think, gravitate towards a show like this because it's smart.
It makes you think too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. All right,
After that,
folks.
yeah, what would you do in that kind of situation? Kind of makes you think, like, okay, cool.
Repeat that.
Like, it makes you think, like, what would you do in that kind of situation? And also, like, it shows like that, not everything's black and white.
Right.
There's a lot of
Right.
gray.
And they face challenges realistically. The only thing I kind of miss is training with Black Canary.
I miss Robin's laugh as he disappears.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Also, I haven't seen much of Arsenal,
Yeah.
if at all. I don't even know if he's even in this season.
Well, he was in the season. Remember?
Oh, right.
The bow and arrow security guards.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that you were on the episode, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, it was like, they teased us and they cheated us in that episode. So I was kind of mad with that episode. I wanted to see the action, not in security guards. I want to see these guys, suit up there, Nightwing, and being at bad guys.
Hell yeah. You could have used any of the Roys.
Yeah. So let's see what happens next season or any other season that they do down the line, and hopefully for the best.
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully
it's good. Julio, thank you. You're welcome to come back on. Folks, keep it tight.
You get it right.
Yeah. And don't touch us.
Can't touch this.
No. All right. Peace out, folks.
Later.